Hello, friends from Fire Reasons. We are back here after the post-game show with the guys. The Miami Heat won 117 to 114 in an overtime. A very exciting game. And now we have the videos from the press conference. From today's press conference, we have Erik Spoelstra first. Then we're going to go with Bam Adebayo. Or no, let's start with Bam Adebayo first. Then we're going to go with Erik Spoelstra or Jimmy Butler. I don't know. We'll see. So first, we're gonna go with Bam Adebayo, who we have here, and we are ready to share it with you guys.
You should start making donuts. Okay, you all set, Bam? Sweet. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. We will start with Ira Winderman. Go ahead, Ira.
Bam, can you please take us through the sequence on the block on Jason Tatum, what you saw when he was coming, what was going through your mind on the play, and was there any concern about a whistle with the ball being that close to the rim and where you are? Sort of your mindset from when he was coming to what happened to the aftermath, please. Thank you.
I play like that. I feel like Jimmy knew I was there. And, he got him to the launching pad, which we teach the whole year. And at that point, I had to make a play. So it's the playoffs. And made a great play. Next is Sarat Sohi. We were fighting.
I mean,
Everyone's out there. My bad. Sarat?
Hey, Bam. At what point in the play, you're also guarding Marcus Smart for the pass in the corner. At what point do you know, I have to get to the rim to get to Tatum?
When he took his 2 steps and tried to dunk it. But it was just I knew my teammates had my back, and we're kind of on the string. So when I go, somebody else got to take my man, and then we just rotate from there. Manny Navarro.
Hey, Bam, congrats on the win. Curious, Alonzo Mourning leave any messages for you after that block? And what do you think, if not, what you might say about that block? Any help that he might have provided in the past?
Check right now. No text from Zoe. So you're probably going to tell me keep doing that. But I would rather us not be in that position at the end of the game and, dictate it at 5 seconds. But like I said, great block. It was a great win. Blake Ferraro.
Hey, Sam Magic Johnson just tweeted that's the best defensive play he has ever seen in a playoff game. When you hear that, what does that mean to you?
But it's just, you get on that big stage, you just got to make big plays. And I made a big play. And, coming from Magic, that's a great comment from him. And just got to keep getting better throughout the playoffs. Mark Medina.
Hey, Bam, Erik and Jimmy were praising with that block just your willingness to throw yourself out there and not be afraid of, a poster. What does it take to have that mindset and not, allow that to be a thing?
We were up 1 at that time? No, we were up 2. All right, well, anyways, we were up a little bit. So at that point, we was up 1? Yeah. Two. Great play. Yeah. Right. But at the end of the day, man, you just gotta make a play. And I did that. It's hard to explain because it happened so fast for me. Y'all want questions? Y'all want answers for me? Instincts, I guess. Mark Schwartz.
Bam, it was Magic's favorite defensive play in the playoffs ever. Where does it rank for you as a play that you have ever made on any level in basketball? And then I have another for you.
Number one. Playoffs, game on the line, number 1 play.
And when you actually executed it and you knocked that shot away, what exactly went through your mind when you realized that the clock went to zeros and you had made that stop?
We got 1-0, and I get to go rest because Spo tried to tell me I wasn't tired, and I played the whole fourth and overtime.
But just the emotion of it. Tell me about the emotion.
Well, my emotions was everywhere, but everybody else around me was happy. And this is one of those things it doesn't hit you until the game's over. So, when it happened, I was looking at the clock like we still got time. Like, just go ahead and close it out. And we did that. But after that, celebrated, and then we're focused on the next game now.
Maggie from Heat TV.
Hi, Bam. Congratulations on the win. I want to ask you about Tyler Hero. Obviously, he had 2 big threes late in the game, but he was also 1 assist shy of a triple-double. How much does it help you personally to have him out there doing everything, grabbing rebounds, assists? I know he had the assist to you on the dunk.
This is another element of our team, man. At this point, years don't matter. If you're out there to produce. And he was producing tonight. I'm proud of him.
Rodrigo Lazzarini from Brazil.
Hey, Ben, congrats on the win. And first of all, how important for you after getting the win, going to game 2, and if you are high confidence after the huge play that you made at the end of the game?
Definitely a confidence booster. And I came into the league as a defender, so it felt like an instinct, and it's a great game-winning block.
And after that, and how your confidence growing now after this block?
This why it gives you more confidence to just keep trying to block everything, and that's pretty much the confidence right there. And then you get a block like that, and it feeds energy into your team.
And our last question, Bam from Sarat Sohi. Go ahead, Sarat.
Hey, Bam. Just as a guy who prides himself on his defense, is there anything vindicating about, your number 1 play in your career so far being a defensive play?
No. I mean, like I said earlier, I came into the league as a defender and an energy guy. So, just having that moment, it kind of flashed back to my rookie year where all I did was play defense and just provide energy.
All right, Bam. Thank you for your time, sir. Well.
All right, that was Bam Adebayo and his words right after the game. We're going to go now with Jimmy Butler to see what Jimmy Butler had to say about this very important win by the Miami Heat tonight, 117 to 114 in overtime. So here we have Jimmy Butler now.
We're going to get started. First question, Tim Reynolds.
I don't know where to start. The way that either what was your favorite moment? Either your drive to put you guys on top for good, or what Bam did.
Bam. I figured that. Yeah, that seals the game for us. And I love how he does any and everything that you ask him to do. I really do. You ask him to pass the ball, he does that. Score, he does that. Come up with a huge defensive stop block, he does that. He's a huge part to why we're winning. I've been saying it all year long, and I'll repeat it again.
Spo said, and he's right, a lot of guys in that moment, I'm not going to get posted. Like they either whatever. He was not afraid of that, and Jason had a way. He had a good run at it.
He definitely did. We're not worried about that. We understand that in this league, it happens. It happens. But that's a winning play. Putting your body on the line, and rotating the way that he did. We talk about it. We go through it over and over. But Bam's been our savior on that end so many different times throughout the year.
Ira Winderman.
Jimmy, can you take us to your drive when you got the basket and then the end one foul on Jason? Was that just a matter of my ball out of the way, I'm going? Was that anything that was called, or take us through that sequence, please?
It was a play call. I think it was Jay who set a great screen in his zone, and then it's just getting downhill and making a play. I think that my teammates have the most faith in me to make a basket or to make the right pass out of that. And I came up with a bucket.
And how important was it for Goran to sort of keep you guys afloat while you were finding your legs so that other guys could be positioned like you and Tyler and Bam at the end?
Goran's so smart, and he's telling everybody where to be out there on the floor. And he was huge in putting the ball in the basket. He rebounded the ball well. I think he had 7 boards tonight, huge. Passed it. He's another one that's kind of like, you really got to guard this guy. If you pay too much attention to him, somebody else is going to do that. And I'm telling you, like, we got so many guys that are capable of doing that.
Anthony Chang.
Man, I know you guys have been preaching to Tyler all season that there's more than just scoring. How impressed were you with his all-around performance tonight, just in his first conference finals game to finish with a near triple-double?
Yeah, that's crazy. 11 rebounds, 9 assists. He was assist shot. Yeah. He be out there hooping. He's comfortable. He's confident. And we continue to tell him to be that way. No matter what game we're in, we need you to play that way. He's been preparing for this moment all year long. There's nothing that we're not comfortable with him doing. And he shows up day after day, night after night.
And you guys have been dominant late in games in these playoffs. It continued, obviously, tonight. You guys were really good late in the fourth quarter and in overtime. What is it about those situations that you think brings the best out of this team as far as execution?
I don't think it's just execution. I think we're in really, really, really good shape. Mentally, whenever you're not tired physically, you can concentrate. You can remember plays. You can do this and you can do that. We pride ourselves on that, and I think as of late we have.
Clay Ferraro.
Hey, Jimmy, you've been talking about since training camp, the guys around you, and so you get some. Everybody gets to see it. I know you knew this, but is there a level of satisfaction being able to see them do this on this stage where everybody else in the world can see this?
Not for me, no. I know what all of these guys bring to the table and how everybody's ready because their time is going to come. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. All of our guys are so locked in over there. But they just work at it. They're comfortable. They know that they've been doing this so many hours, so many days when the cameras aren't on, when the lights aren't the brightest. So whenever they come out here, it's easy for them.
Vince Goodwill.
Jimmy, you mentioned earlier about how much faith your teammates have in you to make big plays late. What does that mean to you? Just the responsibility of that? What is your mindset, late in games? Is it a sense of calm when you know the play is going to and you have to make something because of that faith? Are you calm about it?
Of course. I think I'm just calm because I know my role. I know what I'm supposed to do down the stretch. Of course, Spo is barking at me to make a play or to get a bucket, something like that. But, my teammates are the same way. I think we do a great job of knowing where the ball has to go, who has a mismatch. And that's, the part where Goran comes in and him saying, look, this is what we're doing, or Bam or Jay. All the way down the line, everybody knows where the ball has to go.
Mark Schwartz.
Two for you, Jimmy. Magic Johnson tweeted that he thought Bam's block was the best defensive play he has ever seen in the playoffs. Besides the actual moment in the game, what do you think would make Magic rule that the number one play he's ever seen in the playoffs?
It was a huge play. It was. Obviously coming from him, a player of his caliber, he knows. He's been there. He's won it. And that's what it takes to win championships. Defense like that, it sealed the game for us. And I would agree with him. I really would. I think that what Bam did to save that game and to make sure that we win it by putting his body on the line, that really is a really great play.
Secondly, not many NBA players would have the audacity to take the shots that you took tonight in those moments. They pass the ball off and hope someone else will get it done. And I know you feel your teammates are relying on you, but what is it inside you and where have you come as a player to be able to step up and make shots like that against one of the best defenders in the game?
Do what I'm told to do. I think that the game comes easy to you. You take what the game gives you. And then my teammates know where I'm going to be at on the floor. But the thing is, if I don't shoot that and I pass it, my teammate's going to make it, or they're going to make the right play. That's the way we played all year long. So You know, it was me tonight. Next game, it'll be Gorn. It'll be Bam. It'll be Tyler. He's done it countless amounts of time. Or Jay. It's not just me who does that. It's everybody on his team.
Sarat Sohi.
Hey Jimmy, from the angle that you had on Bam's block, you know, Tatum looks like he's pretty much already there. He's got the angle. Did you think it was possible for him to get there, for Bam to get there?
Here, yeah, you have to be there. Bam knew that. You know, we're going into it thinking, you know, no threes. So, you know, you just got to funnel the ball into the paint. Bam was there, as he's been countless amount of time. For me, for everybody else, I promise I'm hurrying. I promise you. But they want to talk about you. And like I said, he saved us, and he's done it countless amounts of times, so I know that he's going to be there.
And last question, Nick Friedel.
Jimmy, I just wanted to follow up on this quickly. Through the years, you prided yourself on your confidence and the ability to deliver no matter the circumstances. But do you feel like even your confidence has grown a little bit in the last couple months, especially on the playoff stage, with the way that you keep delivering when it matters the most?
No, I don't think so. I think my confidence in my guys grows every single second because they're not scared of anything, of any moment, of any team, of any shot. That's where my confidence is. I got all the faith in the world in these guys to make sure that we have an opportunity to win. And I'm glad I get to be part of the leaders that we have here.
Thank you for your time tonight, Mr. Butler. Appreciate it.
And that was Jimmy Butler right after the game. He played for 43 minutes, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, 50% from the field, a couple of huge baskets at the end of the game, also both in regulation and after the game. So we only have Erik Spoelstra to go, and that'll be it for tonight after the Miami Heat win 117 to 114 here in the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. We're going to watch Erik Spoelstra now in his press conference. Let me look for it real quick, and we're going to have it ready for you guys. And here in a second, Erik Spoelstra, Miami Heat's coach, right after the win today against the Boston Celtics.
Mike.
Okay, we'll get started. First question, Tim Reynolds. Go ahead, Tim.
Always so easy. Yeah. What is? I mean, we all have watched Bam's evolution, obviously, since you got him, and especially on that end of the floor. But to have the confidence to go up and make that play at that moment, not worried about the call, not worried about anything else. Just I'm going to go block another elite player at the rim. What's that say? Just about who he is and what he's become.
Well, he had another one of those, right, in the last series. And he was late. It was a blown play, and he was the only guy back there for his 6th foul, and he's going to go, you know, and that's, yeah. So those are habits and instincts that he's willing to put himself out there. I mean, that could be a poster dunk, and a lot of people, you know, won't be willing or aren't willing to make that play and put themselves out there. You know, Jason Tatum is getting to the launching pad, and he just made a big-time save for us. I mean, Tatum did have an angle, and it looked like he had, you know, an open lane to the rim. And sometimes when you have, you know, great competition like this, you just have to make plays that you know, you can't even really explain. And that was Bam tonight. He wasn't even in like a great offensive rhythm. They're so good defensively, but he just found a way just to continue to stay with it and put his fingerprints on this game somehow, some way.
And I know it's just one win, obviously, but you got down big in the first, you got down bigger in the fourth. You're not real big on superlatives anyway, you aren't. But are you kind of running out of ways to describe how this team has a way to just find its way out?
Well, let's be real about it. We got down because they were playing great. This is a very good team we're playing against. It's not as if it was just about us. I would love to say that, oh yeah, we were just kind of going through the motions. We weren't. They were putting it to us, and they're a really good defensive team, and you have to be so detailed and purposeful every single possession against them. You know, otherwise they can really get you to the end of the clock. But we did have some grit there, you know, down 12, just to continue to stay with it and make some big plays down the stretch.
Ira Winderman.
Eric, pardon the redundancy of this, but Jimmy Butler at closing time again, just attacking the basket, getting the foul at the end. Scripted Jimmy take over, or just Jimmy saying, I'm taking over, you don't sort of need what to say? Can you take us through that play on the three-point
I
play?
think everybody was on the same page about that. They had taken us out of so many different things, and we're going to have to really get to studying tomorrow to figure out how we can get our offense functioning a little bit better against a really good defense. But that's what also great players can do, manufacture something out of nothing against really good defenses, and he was able to do that.
Now that's a 30-year-old in Jimmy. Yet you're a 20-year-old in Tyler Hero. What he did at the moments of truth and the way he filled that box score up with 12 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists. I mean, is rookie done? Is he old beyond his years now?
Well, he's played now for 12 months, gone through 2 training camps. And, he's been in a lot of these big moments. And right now at this point, we need a lot of the skill set that he brings, off the dribble, behind the 3-point line, his passing, again, against a really good, well-drilled, well-disciplined defense. You need some plays that are unscripted, and Tyler's pretty good in those situations.
Anthony Chang.
So when that offense was bogged down in that first quarter, Goran really took over in that second quarter. How important was that stretch for you guys just to get back on track?
It was really important because we couldn't get anything going, and that's a big time credit to their defense. They got us out of our normal rhythm. It wasn't about us. That's what they do, and Goran was able to, shake free a few times and put some points on the board that just kind of gave us a little bit more confidence in that second quarter.
Mark Schwartz.
Spo, I have 2 for you. First of all, given the time, the score, and the defender, can you talk about what the difficulty was in converting that basket at the end for Jimmy Butler?
That sounds really dramatic the way you say it. We did what they did. You just put on, your best player's hands, and they've got to make a play, make or miss. The most important thing about that is, having guys that are willing to put themselves out there. Both guys were, by the way. We're just fortunate that Jimmy was able to get his down and in.
And secondly, what is it about Jimmy that allows him to succeed again and again in moments like that so many people are afraid of?
I don't know. That's just his makeup. The moment's not too big for him. And, he's vulnerable enough to put himself out there, and that's why we have him.
Nick Friedel.
Spo, you guys have played so well in the playoffs here, but especially late in games. How would you describe the confidence level that the group has, both offensively and defensively, in being able to find ways to
We have the Breonna Taylor information coming out of Louisville that the city is paying her family $12 million or settling, but also her family is still seeking justice. How do you react to something like that, and what do you want to see in terms of police reform in this country?
Yes, obviously that's very complex. We just found out about it before the game. $12 million is not going to bring back Breonna Taylor into this world. You could throw any kind of truckload of money. I think what everybody wants to see is justice, and those police officers held accountable, and that's what is so outraging to everybody. right now. So that's disappointing. That they think it's about money, and then it can be settled from there.
Wes Lammy.
Spo, obviously you mentioned in terms of Tyler and his confidence, but what is it like, obviously, to see it be consistent in big moments? And when you look at the box score, he was only 2 of 5 from 3-point land, but those 2 big threes were valuable in the game.
Well, there's no turning back now. We need him. So we've talked enough about, how much he's grown and how he's earned it during the course of the year. He had a lot of ups and downs during the year, but we need a skill set, particularly against a really good defense, like we're facing.
And Tab Deportes.
Hi, Coach, from Puerto Rico. How important is for you won the first game and set the tone of the series?
Yeah, I don't think you can set the tone in a long series. You just have to get to work the next day. I can't say it enough. Boston is very good. They're where they are for a reason. They present a lot of different challenges, so we just have to get to work tomorrow. Stay humble. Obviously, it's much better to get the win and go. Work on your teaching points from there. But we understand how we can't get too carried away with just one win.
And last question, David from La Gazzetta dello Sport, Italy.
Coach, going back to Goran, what have you seen from him consistently in this playoffs? He's been probably your second best player behind Jimmy.
Yeah, he's one of our most veteran, experienced winners, and I've said this for a long time about Goran. I just don't think a lot of the general fans out there don't realize what a competitor he is and has been his entire career. And I'm talking about in the States, but also overseas. Winning the championship 2 summers ago. You need guys that know what it's like, how difficult it is, and particularly when we have young players that we're relying on. You need veteran, experienced winners that can kind of settle you, and that's who Goran is.
Thank you for your time, Spo. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, that was Erik Spoelstra after the Miami Heat in the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Boston Celtics. We're gonna be back with this live streamings on Thursday for the second game. The game starts at 7, so our pre-game's probably going to start around 6 p.m. Please join us there. And also the 5 on the Floor episode is up already, so you guys can listen to it with all the analysis from the guys, from Ethan Skolnick, from Greg Sylvander, and from Brady Hawk for this first game of the series. So thank you very much again. And we'll see you soon tomorrow and then Thursday for the second game of this Eastern Conference Finals.